Joining me now is Cole Evans, CEO of Enduro Metals. Great to see you, Cole.
Yeah, likewise, Mark. Pleasure to have you.
All right, so the story of your company is that you've got the Newmont Lake property, Golden Triangle in BC, 4 large mineralized copper systems. So can you give us a snapshot of what you're sitting on?
Yeah, you got that right. So it's 688 square kilometers right in the center of the Golden Triangle, right? This is a famed mineral district for decades, and really what's unlocked it in the last decade or so is been infrastructure development as along with other discoveries in and around the area. So Enduro is well positioned in a spot where there's literally not a square inch of free land around us, so it's a spectacular land package.
And so what's the plan for exploration in 24?
Yeah, it's a good question. 2023 was a very difficult year for the company, right? I mean, obviously markets were tough, but beyond that, it was a difficult exploration season, financing, all those sorts of things. And so with that, we've spent a lot of time retooling the strategy as you need to in changing markets. So 2024 is very much focused on that wealth creation, that high margin, high grade gold. This area we call the McClymont Fault. A lot of things unfolding along there. It's 30 kilometers of fault strike length in which we control. And then the second aspect to that, it's like you mentioned on the copper gold porphyries, is partnering with that. I think a lot of the capital for junior market, or for the junior explorers, particularly in these markets, are going to come from the majors. They've got a lot of cash for this. Some of these companies are at record budgets, and there's a massive disconnect between the two markets. So we're looking at partnerships with multiple aspects of our projects that will keep those moving forward. Okay,
so let's take that further, because you are a junior sitting on this, what appears to be a very attractive land package in a challenging market. So how do you create value as you plan out that strategy and try to make some connections with potential partners?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. So, like I said, for Enduro, it's a two-pronged approach, and we are fortunate in our asset that we can have that two-pronged approach, right, and diversify slightly. So on the copper porphyry aspects, yes, it's partnering with majors. The appetite is there. We're surrounded by majors. As mentioned, there's not a square inch of land free in this area, so we've created something where they kind of have to go through us if they want to get anything done. And then with Enduro's capital, we'll be very much focused on the high-grade gold. This is the aspects of our project where we feel we get the most bang for our buck, so to speak, but are also a order of scale smaller, of course, than the copper gold porphyries. That, okay, we can move something forward in a reasonable amount of time, CPEA, CP feasibility studies, these sorts of things, get to a resource level and either, transact, or you can take it forward to mine production if you so wanted. We more so fit in the transaction scale. That's what, certainly on the porphyries, it's transactions, and more than likely transactions on the gold as well.
Okay, so great stuff. Sum it up for us here, because yes, it's been a challenging market, not just for you, but for a lot of the junior explorers. Everybody's hoping 24 is better, and we get better sentiment. So what's the overall pitch, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think where Enduro stands out and is really, of course, we've got our team, we have all these things, but it's the asset. You're going to be hard pressed to find a company with the kind of asset we have, and that's where we're comfortable in depressed markets, is because the ground's been there forever, and it's not changing until we decide to mine it, right? So we have the asset in place, and that'll continue forward in good markets, bad markets.
Okay, good stuff. Thanks, Cole.
Yeah, likewise, Mark. Appreciate it.
Okay, Cole Evans, he's CEO of Enduro Metals.